Hello, and this is Three Guys One Computer, and this is our first retro flashback. I'm Scott,
I'm James.
And I'm Jake.
and today we are looking at the very immense Space Invaders. The original Space Invaders was released in 1978 in arcades all across the world, which was then later released on the Atari 2600. The one that we're playing at the moment is the PlayStation and the PS1 version, which was originally released in 1998. The genre of the game is a fixed shooter type game, and as you can see right now, some of us are playing and we're getting owned by it.
Yeah, this is Pluto.
Yes, we
yeah.
might as well
In this game, you play through almost all the planets in the solar system.
and our solar
You
system.
you start off on Pluto and you go all the way to Mars, where you then skip Earth to do
Yes.
Venus, and then you go back to Earth to face the
Which is
final
very
boss.
weird. I did not understand that as well.
There's both
Yeah, you don't.
backstory.
Yeah, you don't do Mercury.
Yeah, but Mercury's too
Who
close to
cares
the
about the
sun.
backstory for that?
Mercury-
I guess.
Every game has
Because
backstory.
this game is immense as it is anyway. Anyway, gameplay. Like we just talked about, the game's set in different planets, unlike the original.
With each one with a boss at the end.
Yes, as you can see, we're facing now, which is the Pluto boss, and we have defeated him now.
Kaboom.
Yeah. Anyway, the reason we're doing this version and not the original version is mainly because this one is more colourful, and we thought it'd be more
Fun to watch.
fun to watch. Really.
Yeah, you're watching it speeded up.
You're watching
just so you
you're
know.
watching the levels that we show you speeded up, but the boss that we face aren't speeded up. Just to let you know that, as you can see now, this boss isn't speeded up, but if you look at the level before, that was.
Yep.
Anyway, as you can see, might as well mention it now. Special abilities that we like to say. As you can see, I've got a little bit of a purple shield around me. It's sort of a special ability, really, isn't it?
Oh, you get it from destroying the motherships.
There's
There's four you can get. There's the shield.
the shield, double shot.
And epic failure.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There's the shield, double shot,
Time stop.
time stop, and max energy. Motherships, but let's quickly get about them. That's where you get.
They're in the older game, but they used to give you loads of points.
They used
In
to give
this
you points
one,
instead.
they give you lots of points and a power up.
And then power ups we just talked about. But
There's also bonus levels for motherships.
pardon?
Them little
Oh
bonus
yes,
levels.
like in halfway when you get to level 5, roughly about level 5. After you finish level 5 on each planet, the motherships come in and you shoot them to get more points. And as you get more points, I think it's
50,000 points you get a life.
No. I think it's every 10,000 points you get a life. I think it's something like that. It's roughly about every 10,000 points you get a life. But anyway, there's your mothership there. As you can see, it's dropped a shield. Yep, there you go. I might as well mention it now. If you'd seen that then, that obviously said in the top left, horizontal right. If you're wondering what that is a power bar. Call it a power bar, don't we?
Yeah, we call it.
We call it a power bar. It's a power bar. Basically, what it is if you kill 4
enemies of the same type,
of the same colour, basically the same colour or same type, it gives you a special ability, really. Red is vertical, which is obviously straight up. Green is up. Basically what it does, it shoots it up. When it decides to hit an enemy, it'll go straight to the right, basically. Blue, blue, exactly the same, but this time it goes to the left. Yellow ones.
It splits off diagonally.
Yes, exactly. It gives you, like I said, all special abilities don't activate, or power bar, sorry, don't activate until they hit an enemy. The yellow ones are diagonal. When they hit an enemy, they split off into sort of boomerang sort of things.
There are loads of others. The only difference is that we're not had time with them. There's like another, would we say 5 or 6 enemies that appear as you go to.
Yeah, as you can see there's new different enemies, and that's what I was going to mention that. And we've just checked, it's 50,000 points. Jake, you was right. It is 50,000 points for an extra life.
Yeah, and each one of the enemies do a different thing.
Anyway, we've got
the only one that I can remember is those ones he was just fighting on this level. I believe releasing Acid Cloud.
Yeah. Basically, there's blue for the power bar. There's red, blue, green, yellow, and grey. The grey ones are special enemies which appear differently in every planet.
And each and every one they give you ranges from a laser to
acid cloud to boomerangs.
Yeah,
dropping on the ground, hitting you.
Cluster missiles.
The tank kamikaze, as it's called, which you might see later on, I think.
Oh yeah, there is.
You will see later on.
And you don't die during this boss.
This boss must have just been the easiest.
Yeah,
no, I don't find this boss the easiest actually.
You can go in the corner and just box off.
But
so which one do you find hardest then?
Me, personally, I find all of Mars the hardest. The enemies that are in it, like as you can see there, the red, green, blue, and yellow enemies will appear in every system, in every planet. Sorry, regardless of what planet you're on, they'll always appear because they're like just the main enemies of the game, really. But as the game progresses, you get more and more, and different enemies do different things. As well as giving you a power-up, they also bum you in different ways. And I just might to point out now, this boss kind of bums me because it kind of glitches out on me.
Yeah, this was really weird. I don't know why this happened, but...
We don't know why it happened, but it's just the way it is, really, isn't it? It's all it is. Basically, as the game progresses, you get more and more stuff. The enemies get a lot tougher, and like you said, in my opinion, the hardest one is Mars. The Mars boss, or bosses, we should say.
Yes,
because there's more than one, as you'll see.
Is Mars next?
Yes. Yes, it is next. Actually,
Mars is next, and you see the annoying enemies.
Yes, you see the very annoying enemies. It is. Yes,
here they are, and they drop.
Exactly. As you can see, the vertical burst, which is for destroying reds. Sorry, and as you see them motherships, they drop especially power ups. So to say, really. This is the
Mars boss.
This is the Mars boss. This is very
I am
hard.
surprised he survives as long as he does.
I've had a lot of practice with this, unfortunately.
Things like you're lucky they don't move from side to side doing that. Or
they do
eventually.
Once you destroy one of them, then they start to get really angry and they start to get really annoyed.
I'm pretty sure this is the longest boss fight.
Yes, this took me quite a while. See, now they're going a bit of a spasm with me. As you can see there, originally that would have just been one rocket I would have been shooting out, but because I picked up a double shot from a mothership.
Double tap.
We call it double tap. I get getting mixed up.
It's because of countless hours on.
Yeah, COD as Let's Play. It called double shot. To do that.
You
did it again. Hold on.
Double shot.
You said double shot.
Yeah, we'll call it double shot.
It's called double shot.
You said double tap.
Whatever. You know what I mean. Anyway, double shot. It makes it a hell of a lot easier. But in my opinion, the best thing to do is get shield and double shot, and you are basically invincible near enough, as long as you don't
invincible, yet you die in this boss.
Yeah, but come on. Yeah, but I was very lucky enough to finger.
Yeah, he only dies now when it starts going up in a...
Yeah, little spasm spray. He does pretty well, actually.
He dodges, like, until...
Yeah, it starts getting a bit hard.
Oh no!
My rockets don't start hitting it, so I start getting really annoyed.
And now you got
basically bummed there. Anyway, while we're doing this it's obviously the retro flashback. We've talked about the history of it. We've talked about the gameplay. Let's talk about the crappy remakes that was made for this game.
Oh yeah,
there was the.
Well, this is a remake, obviously.
This is a remake, but this is a good remake. This tried staying close as original to the original game as they could.
Yeah.
While making it advanced.
The crappy one was called Space Invaders Invasion Day.
Yeah. That was originally released on the PS2 and the GameCube in 2002.
And I believe it was had a different name in America, which was
Space Raiders. Yes. Over in Britain, over here, we had Space
Probably
Invaders,
in the entire of Europe.
Invasion Day.
And that looks like nothing like this game.
Put it this way, it looks very crap.
Basically, you play as a person, really. You don't play as a ship. And just mention them are tank, kamikazes, what they're called. Anyway, back to Space Invaders Invasion Day. Basically, it's just a third-person Space Invaders. It's completely rubbish in my opinion.
Third-person shooter Space Invaders in the same format as this, except it's like you're shooting enemies.
Yeah.
In a third-person perspective.
It
nothing like this is apparently.
Yeah, coming a bit more up to date.
And it has cutscenes in it.
Yes.
It tries to enforce story on a game that.
Yes, I know. There's a very pointless shower scene in it. Very pointless.
I think you can watch. What is it? Screw Attack.
Yeah, Screw Attacks did that.
Worst
And you'll find that.
reboots.
Yeah, we'll do that. Up to more dates, I think they did release
New
World
ones
Online.
on 360 on Xbox
No,
Live.
no, no. Before we get into that, they did one called Space Invaders World War, which is basically an online version of Space Invaders.
How would you make an online version of
I
Space
don't
Invaders?
know, but I don't think it did very well.
What makes you think that?
I don't
Because
know.
we've not heard of it before.
Exactly, because we've done that. There's been loads of remakes for it. We're just concentrating on the main ones that we
But then again,
found.
as I was about to bring up, the actual decent remake, I guess you could call it, which is the Xbox 360 one.
Space Invaders Extreme.
Yeah.
That's what it's called.
Or I just call it Techno
They
because
were
it
very
seems to have a
creative with
lot
the
of.
name.
Yeah, but it's not just for the 360, you know. It was in 2008. It was released for the PSP and the DS. Then they decided to fetch it out on the Xbox.
It was fun. I played the.
It was
trial
fun.
for it.
Basically, the pumped up music. Unfortunately, you can't hear the
Funny thing
audio.
is, I bought Scott Pilgrim vs. the World instead of that.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll talk
Anyway,
about that later.
this has got the music behind this is brilliant in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is just wicked.
I might
it really
get
is.
the.
If we can, but just
What
say
is
it very
the
quickly.
last
The
one?
way I come into towards the end of this video. This is the Earth.
And he keeps doing pyramid blasts.
Yes, because that's the special ability for these. They're called splitters, and they physically bomb me. Now, the last boss.
This is the final boss of the game.
This is the final boss.
Like some sort of gorilla thing.
Yeah, we can't. I don't really want to give too much away, but very quickly, just make one just more rubbish remake. Space Invaders Pinball.
I like pinball.
What the hell is that?
Space Invaders Pinball.
I don't
That's all it
play.
is.
I don't
It's
play
pinball with Space Invaders.
Exactly.
Who thought that was a good idea?
I don't know, but you know,
I
that's
have
just the
never
way it
played
is.
pinball Space Invaders, but I like pinball, so I might have a look for that game.
I
Here
know,
we're watching Scott get bummed.
Yes,
By a big fat gorilla.
this is the last boss ever, and I would say this is one of the hardest bosses, but Mars has to be my finger. The only reason I didn't do so well here is because the lives that I had, and I lost double shot. Being a muppet, I did lose it. I don't really want to give it away, but
However,
did I do it?
did he do
I'm
it?
on 0 lives now. Did I do
Just
it?
wondering, did he do it?
Let's not find out, shall we? We'll leave you to
You probably will never find out.
You'll never find
ever.
out until you play the game yourself.
Oh no,
This has
what's
been
happening?
three guys on one computer, and I saw Retro Flashback for Space Invaders. Bye.